Ralph Terry writes, "Hello AMC Movie Talk. My question is, now that Disney owns all the rights to everything from Lucasfilm, should they either remake or reboot Willow? With the advancement of special effects since it came out in 1988, where did time fly? I think that this could become a prime Disney franchise. What do you think?"
I would love a Willow remake. I think it is one of those films that is prime for a remake. I think a lot of the general movie-going audience today hasn't seen the original. I think it's a wonderful story that would benefit from modern visual effects, and I think it's a story that would resonate with audiences today. So, and once again, my whole disclaimer on remakes: if it sucks, I still got the original on my shelf, so it's okay. I think this is a prime movie set for a remake. You know, Amers, what do you think?
Is nothing sacred?
No.
This original film was so perfect. It doesn't need the advanced technological effects.
What's that? It doesn't need an audience? Is that what you're saying? Because
said
nobody's seen it. Because nobody's seen it
What
anymore.
I would prefer is for them to continue the story and to give us a new film or even a prequel. I'm okay with that. But to remake such a perfect film, in my opinion, this remains one of my favorites ever. Val Kilmer at his best, that was like the best character ever. And I mean, well, look at that face. I mean, he's so great. So I love this film. It's fantastical and magical, and I just really don't think, sure, every film could be remade with, you know, the state of technology where we're at, but I just think it's so nostalgic and wonderful on its own that we don't need to see that. But I would like to see the story continued, and I think there's a lot of amazing different plot lines and storylines that they could go down with this world, because it's so rich.
Aaron?
I think it's been long enough to the point where it could definitely benefit from a reboot instead of continuing the storyline, because we have a whole new generation of fans that should be reintroduced to a reimagining of this story, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. I would love to see this on the big screen.
Watch the original!
But they don't! That's what gets me! They don't! It's funny to me that some people think like a movie is just so great and so classic, let's keep it hidden and make sure nobody today watches it, because they won't.
So
now whether they should, that's something we can agree on. They all should go out and rent the original Willow and go watch it. But the reality is they're not, and they're not going to, and they have a greater chance of seeing it if they relaunch it. I want more people introduced to it, that's all, but I agree with you 100%. If people are not renting Willow, the original for the kids, child services should be called and they should be taken away. Anyway, Shep, how do you see this?
I agree with Amy Rose. I was going to say the same thing. I would much rather see like it come out in 2018, 30 years later, begin with Warwick Davis as an old man. Val Kilmer's fat chugging to me.
Yes.
And there's this whole like adventures have happened for 30 years. They have kids. It's like the new Star Wars movies. You can like jump right in and be like, now the adventures of their kids, and then you kind of weave that into the original Willow. More people would then you would reinvigorate the original Willow.
Now, I am totally, just to be clear, I'm totally down with your idea. I would be totally up for a sequel with a fat Val Kilmer chugging some meat.
He doesn't even have to gain weight for that one.
No, I mean, I'd be totally in for that. But I'm just answering the question, saying, do you think Willow would benefit from a reboot? And yes, I do. But I would be totally down for your idea.
It would benefit, but I just think like there's movies that seem like, oh, let's reboot them, like Total Recall, which was a bad movie, but it's not a bad idea to reboot it.
Right.
Like I was all into like, hey, I'd love to see another version of a dude on a spy mission on Mars, you know, like with a lot of action. So that's basically kind of what Total Recall is, with memory lapses and what's real, what's not, that kind of thing.
But this stands up.
This can actually benefit from a direct sequel, because then not only are you reinvigorating the thing as a franchise, which is what Disney's all about, you know. I just think hopefully someone from Disney's watching.
Listen to us.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.